Hello everyone, it's Yvonne back to do your bonus reading. The What's Cracking reading is really sitting with me this morning. Sometimes I do the reading and I know that there are messages in the reading for me. As much as I love to read for the whole collective, I know I'm part of it. I'm part of that. I'm certainly not above it and I'm certainly not below it. So there's very much this energy sitting with me this morning that I need to understand where I need to take more risks in my life, where I need to have more belief in myself. So, you know what, if you've watched that reading already and you're about to sit here with the bonus read, I want to say to you, this has just jumped out of the deck at me. You're about to end a new cycle, but you have clarity now how to move forward. This is what we've all been waiting for, this closing out of something here in order to bring us more clarity. Some of you are starting to understand now how to move forward, how to take risks, how to jump into your fears, how to not let your fears hold you back. This is your truth. So I know that I've had the question a few times, from people around, you're reading for a whole collective. How does that work? And I feel like, sometimes you really feel the whole collective. I don't know how many times you've walked down the street and you know that you're all part of the same energy. A lot of people refuse to run with that, and I feel that gives us a lot of anxiety when we push or we control against what we're meant to be. I feel like it does create a lot of anxiety within us and a lot of fears. And we've got to choose to live outside of that fear. We've got to choose to let that go and understand that is our fear holding us back from being in our truth or from living in our truth. All right, let's get into your bonus reading. Wow, a lot of stuff happening here. A lot of you letting go of past pain, letting go of past energies, embracing something new. Something new's coming in for you, and I really feel like for many of you here it will be new love. I feel like you're going to open up your heart space again, but you're going to do it differently this time. You're not going to do it all from your emotions. You're going to learn to balance out mind, body, soul, instead of rushing in and just giving your heart over. All right. There we go. Don't you love it? The judgment card. Oh my goodness. So this is about rebirth. It's about going round again. It's about doing something again that you didn't get right the first time round, in the universe saying, we're going to give you another opportunity, and this time you need to make sure you get it right. How do you get it right? By putting yourself first. Always a big one. And a lot of people don't understand that. They put other people in front of them, they put their job in front of them, they put other pursuits in front of them, and they do not realize that it is about putting yourself first. It's about loving yourself, understanding that if you're not here, nothing exists. But for many of us as very deep empaths, we've spent our lives putting other people in front of ourselves, and it's about saying that doesn't work for me anymore. It hurts me, it creates pain for me. It just isn't working. Wow, okay. I always see this card as a soul contract. This is about putting work into something, but it's about really expanding your views, navigating your terrain. That's what Spirit's saying. Navigating your terrain, really understanding how much power you have over what you do. It's essential. It's essential to follow your path, but you have to do that through feeling your way. If it doesn't feel right, you don't embrace it. You don't take it. You say no. And a no is not a word that we learn to say easily, because we're taught it's not always good to do that. So we tend to go with that limiting belief. That's an illusion. You can say no whenever you want to. You have my permission. Even if other people push back, which they do, you don't need to explain yourself. Explaining yourself is a trauma response. Don't explain yourself. If you don't want to do something, no is sufficient. It's a full answer. If you feel you need to explain why, then explain why from your perspective, not trying to make an excuse or trying to give someone else validation for that. You don't have to. You are really learning your own stability. You're learning how to stand in your own power. You're learning how your own religion works for you, your own spirituality. You are sort of digging into the depths of yourself here. Really knowing who you are now and how your place in the world is really important. And if you don't take care of that place in the world, I always ring true with this, somebody saying to me once, how can you put yourself first when you have children? I'm like, well, if you don't put yourself first, how are you going to look after your children if you're not here to do that? It's a really funny question to ask, isn't it? Because it always reminds me of the airplane thing and putting the mask on. You can't help other people if you yourself are not in the position to do that. So your children can't take care of themselves. So if you don't put yourself first, who's going to take care of your children? Interesting energy. So there is some healing to be done here. Wow, okay. There is some healing coming through with the hermit here. Sometimes we all feel like doing the hermit thing and just sort of going off to the mountains somewhere and spending time alone. For the extroverts out there, that probably freak you out because spending time alone scares you because you're not comfortable with who you are. So remember that being comfortable with who you are is what the difference is here. And yet we're taught the opposite. We're taught that we need to be sociable. We need to be social creatures. And I feel like to some level that's really essential. But there is another level here that says if you don't take time out and spend time with yourself, how can you grow? How can you really know yourself? Because you may be measuring yourself on other people. So that's quite interesting, the energy that's coming through with that. There is something here coming to you from your past, some sort of communication here that is going to help you close out a cycle. You could be dealing with someone who is a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here, and the energy of that seems to be strong. And I'm feeling like this isn't about the sign, this is about the energy. This is someone wielding a truth that's going to help you close out a cycle and move into a new energy here. This is someone helping you to rid yourself of some of the things that have held you back, especially from this past energy. Whoever this person is, there's the Eight of Cups. So again, a lot of repeat cards. This person could be a divine masculine. Now, I'm not feeling for all of you this is like a twin flame energy. This could be somebody that you have a great deal of respect for in your community. It could be a male or a female, but it's somebody who's really standing in their masculine power. Somebody, oh my goodness, for some of you, this may be someone who's passed over. You're getting some sort of energy coming through from someone who holds some sort of answer here for you. They're about to awaken you to it too. So you may get this through a dream, you may get this through a vision, or even just a really strong message. I get most of my messages, most of my information through lucid dreaming. So those periods as you're going off to sleep or as you're waking up, the waking up one's really big for me. The communication comes through very strong at those times if I need to know something. There is something here that is coming through that's going to help you be born into the version of yourself you are meant to be. All right, let's see where we're going. Communication coming through very fast here. I have a feeling someone loves you very deeply here and you're just about to find that out. The Justice card coming through with the Princess of Cups. There's an offer coming through here. Three of Cups. There is an offer coming through for you here. Now, for some of you, this may not be about love. It may be about an opportunity. But there's something about this particular situation that is meant to happen to you at this time in your path to shift you into this new world energy, this energy of understanding your place in the wider collective. There is some sort of offer coming in through here that's going to bring you a great deal of joy and happiness. For some of you, it's a reunion, but somebody here is disclosing love for you here. And this is really powerful love. But they couldn't come in until you closed out some sort of cycle here around illusion. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles coming through with the Four of Cups. Wow, repeating cards. Five of Wands. Five of Cups. I felt that in the first reading, but it never came out. Five of Pentacles. For some of you, you are, look at this, Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, you are very dissatisfied by your lives. Now, when I say dissatisfied, it doesn't mean that you are unhappy. It doesn't mean that you don't have what you want. This is about this energy of this is it. And you're finding out here that this isn't it. There's more. But you've been so limiting with your self-beliefs, you haven't believed you can grow and manifest what you want. So you've settled. You've settled for relationships, you've settled for jobs, you've settled for everything that you've had in your life. Something is about to come in. Somebody is about to come in and show you the way forward. All right, because there's a rebirth here. I feel like this is part of your soul contract, and I feel that it's going to give you a great level of stability. There is some sort of healing here that's going to put you across the line. It's almost like somebody's coming in with that last phase here. It has something to do with clearing your past energy, being able to move away things that no longer serve you and finish out this cycle. Whoever this person is, I feel that they've already completed their cycle. I feel like they're one step ahead of you, I want to say. This is someone here who understands. They've seen through the matrix. They've seen through the illusion. Whoever this person is already in Emperor mode. Now, for some of you here, this could be somebody coming from the other side. It could be a complete stranger. But this person here has the answer for you. It's like they're giving you the final piece of the puzzle. And everything else starts to just fall into place here. It's the energy of everything else crumbling, the tower energy. It's like one brick, just another brick in the wall. One brick. Wow. And the whole thing will fall down and allow you to rebirth. That is really, really powerful. And I feel like for many of you, life has become a little bit humdrum. You haven't been able to manifest what you want. Some of you haven't been able to get a career off the ground, a business going, a relationship happening, or to have love in your life. And whoever this person is that gives you this last piece of puzzle is going to help you to pull it all down and start again. To rebuild the life you want, where there is abundance. This is really about finding your own stability, letting go of fears and worries, letting go of things that have held you back. You're stepping out of the bubble, out of the illusion, out of the matrix. All right, so we have the Two of Wands coming through with the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords. This may be painful for some of you in some way, shape or form. You're stepping into something that you could feel but you didn't know. I want to try and explain this energy. There is an energy of stepping into something that it's like stepping into a fairy tale. And we know that the fairy tale is something we don't believe exists. But it's like stepping across the threshold into something that you didn't know existed. Something that you somehow thought was there, but never seemed to be able to get to. Some sense of achievement that always seemed out of your grasp. Some sense of having something, but it never quite came in for you. And maybe you romanticize things quite a lot because you felt that they were there, but you could never quite touch them. It's almost like being able to finally touch or see something that you knew existed, but you couldn't quite get to. And people may have talked about it and people may have shown it, but you couldn't quite get your hands on it. And you're about to. You're about to step into this new time. Wow. Takes my breath away. Oh my goodness, look at this. Courage. Finally, you're going to have the courage to do something you haven't been able to do before. That's quite interesting because travel's come out as well. So I want to just have a look at. The courage card is pretty straightforward for me. This is about having the courage to do what you need to do, taking risks. But I do... It was an energy card, wasn't it? Yep, there it is. All right. If you've been thinking about taking a chance on something, now is the time to face it. Perhaps there's a challenge you'd like to meet or something you've been longing to express. It may be a time to go public about an interest you've been pursuing. Even if you feel hesitant at first, this card is telling you that the time is right. You are moving into an energetic cycle where you feel your strength more deeply. There is a core of power coming from your own eternal soul, and you can feel the boundless courage that always lies ready within your heart center. Breathe deeply and take that next step. Know that you can trust this core of inner strength to guide you in this exciting time. So that is definitely about doing this thing, you know, just being able to jump into something, not having any fear. I think it's funny we've got the travel card and I'm not sure how that relates, so I'm going to have a look at that here. A suitcase stands outside a beautiful door bordered by flowers, indicating there's some travel forecast for you. I feel this is metaphorical. This could portend anything from a short driving trip to an extended vacation. However it manifests, a positive experience is at hand. There's also a possibility of a relocation for you at this time. You may be buying a new house in an area or moving to another city entirely. There could also be a move where your work is concerned, such as transferring offices or going to a new job entirely. If this card is near the transformation card in your spread, some significant inner changes can be expected. I feel this is all inner changes. This is a perfect time to make the energetic intention to move into a more joyous and optimistic mindset. Let yourself travel through each day with happiness. Even if you can't get out of town, you can always take a vacation from negativity. So I feel this is what this card is saying. You're about to go on some sort of trip here. You're about to travel, and I feel like for many of you, this is like a new dimension. You're about to step out of some sort of illusion. You're right on the threshold here, ready to close out the old energy and step into what I feel is like fairyland. But it's not like fairyland like in the Disney stories. It's fairyland as in understanding your own power. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. All right, thank you.